Hey everyone, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital Recap for Friday, April 23rd. It's going to be a good one today. Very, very bloody in the streets as it has been for the last several days. Lots of news coming out about Bitcoin and taxes. We got Bitcoin leads price sell off across crypto markets as Biden tax plan bites. This is the reason for this tumble in the market here, as mentioned the other day. Max hype, Coinbase IPO, and then it completely fell flat on its face. And it looks to me like there's still a little bit of bleeding that has to be done before it subsides and altcoins take a massive move to the upside. You guys should be viewing this sale as a massive buying opportunity. The smart money, in our opinion, is buying, not selling. Want to ask you guys, all my doggy coin friends, yes, I know it's Doge, but I call it doggy. All my doggy coin friends, how's that looking for you? All you fools that chased the pump and got slaughtered when on April 15th. Remember when I told you Mark Cuban is full of shit because he says he will never sell one doggy coin, and here's why? Remember when I said that? That was on this day right here when massive hype took place again, April 15th. Yeah, if you were smart enough to sell up here, you got out at the perfect time. But as we know, it's very hard to call tops. It's very hard to call bottoms. And now, after Cuban's little article that he posted and how he was never going to sell, even though that's what he's notorious for doing, is selling things when they are massively hyped, as he did with the Yahoo stock back in the dot-com boom. Now, retraced a nice clean 71%. This is why we say do not listen to the billionaires. They do not have your best interest in mind. He did not tell you guys to go ahead and buy Doggy Coin all the way back here when it was 0.002 cents. But he will tell you he's not selling when it's at 15 cents before the massive pump that took place for a coin that is absolutely worthless, in our opinion, and most other people's opinions. The only reason it has any traction at all is because it has celebrities backing it and literally serves zero purpose other than to serve as a big joke and a way for billionaires to take the retail traders' hard-earned money. I would not be buying the dip at all on this coin. We have never been in Doggy Coin. We've never advised to buy Doggy Coin strictly because it has no use case and the billionaires are manipulating this thing absolutely crazy. So I would not be buying the dip on this. If you guys follow Blockchain Backer, which I highly recommend you do, Blockchain Backer came to the conclusion that Doggy Coin just reached its top. The cycle could be completed here. You got to think that we have a massive run, and I'm not even going from the bottom. I'm kind of just ballparking this right here. Massive run in Doggy Coin. 10,000%. 10,000% gain. You think people aren't pulling profits at this price? Of course they are. And all you guys that followed and listened to your friends, and I saw this in my hockey channel, my hockey group chat, guys on my team that were buying Doge coin at a nickel. These guys are still holding on to it. I'm willing to bet they're still holding on to their doggy coin, and they should be getting out. Should have never even touched it in the first place. This is why. This is why we say do not listen to the billionaires. Find suppressed assets. Everything is on sale right now, but doggy coin. I mean, how much more do you think you're actually going to get out of this? You actually going to believe they're going to send this thing to $1? They needed to have that narrative that it was going to go to $1 so people could still continue to buy anything and they could double or triple their money because they got in so late. And now, doggies be getting slaughtered. Slaughtered. Absolutely epic. That's why we say stay out of these coins that these billionaires are pumping to the moon, because they need to empty their positions on someone, and it's going to be the people that decide to follow the mainstream narrative. You guys are sitting at a loss right now. Absolute bloodbath. Like, yes, our portfolio is down as well. We're riding it through with you guys, but we're still massively in profit. We don't enter our positions on these big green candles. We enter everything when it's flat. When it's flat, that's where you need to enter your positions. So I hope you guys did not listen to Mark Cuban. I know a lot of the people on my channel are contrarians, and they understand how the game is played, and they understand that they need to enter positions that no one is talking about, which we put out in our newsletter. So I highly recommend subscribing. We've got that free version and that paid version if you want that research sent to your inbox and you want to follow what Encrypted Capital is doing. You guys can support the channel and do that. Next up, what do we got? Analysts enter 32.5K Bitcoin buy order as hodlers bet on 46K BTC price bottom. It says Peter Brandt is bracing for bigger price drops as technical indicators suggest bulls will yet be spared an apocalyptic crash. So for it to go down to 32.5, you're talking about a 50% retrace. I do not think we're ready for a 50% retrace just yet, but I do feel like a lot of people are going to see articles like this from Cointelegraph, and they are going to sell at a loss. And so for me and for us, this is massive, massive buying opportunity. Everything is on sale, and we've had about a good week of bloody days now, generally speaking. So most retail traders have never been through this before. They're getting scared. We are adding, and we have mentioned what we are adding in our newsletter. And so this is the time where real money is made. If you've got money sitting on the sidelines, you can go ahead and get crazy compounding gains if you take advantage of the market. And if you don't have capital on the sidelines, like, that's totally fine too. I mean, you just sit through this stuff. You got to think, like, let's say, even if we go back to the charts here and we go back to, let's say XRP, XRP was at, beginning of the year, 30 cents. No, I take that back. Beginning of the year is at 17 cents. And okay, so now we're at $1.06. Epic gains. We're not buying up here. We are buying on retraces. And it looks like it may still have a little further to drop. Maybe I want to call 66 cents just to put that out there. That would take us to that top right there, roughly. I don't know if it's going to go that far down, but that seems like a good number to me. And, time will tell. But anything that you guys are entering now is going to be great because it's going to be at a massive discount. And if you slowly enter in your positions like we recommend, dollar cost average in, you can get a great entry price. And so we'll see this wick down here. Sometimes what happens is these wicks end up getting filled at a later date. Maybe there might be one other drastic drop to really shake everybody out before the powers that be decide to send it. So that's where we stand. It's a good time to buy. Next up, what do we got? Seoul government seizes $22 million worth of crypto from tax evaders. Narrative is changing. Obviously, huge tax news coming up with what Biden's going to be doing. And it says that the city of Seoul becomes the first city in South Korea to confiscate cryptocurrencies owned by tax delinquents. I don't know how true this is or how accurate this is, but it says the city government of South Korea's capital Seoul has announced the seizure of cryptocurrencies worth 25 billion won, 22 million from individuals and company heads, according to a report by the Korea Times. The confiscated crypto came from people identified as tax delinquents by the city's tax collection agency. It makes me wonder how they're actually turning over their crypto, or how they know they even own crypto. Obviously, yes, they probably do some KYC or AML, but if you were storing that on a ledger or a paper wallet, I find it hard to believe they know exactly how many funds somebody has. But what do I know? I don't even know what kind of approach they would take to finding out who these people are and what they have purchased and how they're basically getting their private keys from these people. But this is how the narrative changes. We had max hype over here with Bitcoin and the Coinbase IPO. And we talked about a possible sell-off taking place right around this time because all of the herd, I guess you could say, would be wanting to get in on this Coinbase IPO. Altcoins are all great. Yay. Everything's awesome. We're going to go to the moon. And this is, where the max hype is. And this is where the institutions are going to want to sell to you. And this is when Biden came out with his tax plan. This is where China blackout takes place. And then everything just tumbles on itself. So, whether this is true or not, I don't know for sure. Obviously, I don't trust mainstream media one bit. It says that 676 individuals who owed about $25 million in taxes and that since the seizure, 118 of them have remitted over $1 million to the government. It says we believe the taxpayers expect the value of their cryptocurrencies to increase further due to the recent spike in the price of cryptocurrencies, and have determined they will gain more from paying their delinquent taxes and having the seizure released. How the narrative changes. Again, I don't know if I trust this stuff that's coming out from Korea, but this will deter and scare people. But in other news, we got Tether gets Coinbase's seal of approval and will list on Pro Offering. And it says Coinbase seems to signaling that the NASDAQ-listed crypto exchange is not concerned about the stablecoin's regulatory issues. And we knew that Tether was in some hot water with the SEC, trying to figure out if they actually had the amount that they said they had in Tether backed by US dollars. Turns out that there were a few months, I forget what year it was, that they did not have it a one-to-one backing, and so they were fined. But Tether is still rocking and rolling, and if Coinbase is going to be listing them, I guess good for Tether. But that is positive news for anybody who wants to hold their cryptocurrency into a stable coin. You have USD and USDT, which you will be able to use on Coinbase, which I guess is great news. And last but not least, we got the Turkish police. Turkish police detain 62 over alleged 2 billion Doge crypto exchange fraud. A major Turkish crypto exchange, Doge, abruptly halted trading amid fears of a possible exit scam, and the police have detained 62 people across 8 provinces and issued detention warrants for 16 more. Just again, why you don't want to keep too much of your hard-earned crypto on exchanges. Definitely only a small percent if you're doing day trading, because this type of thing does happen from time to time, especially when the markets get really hot. That's when you're going to see the hackers rear their heads and start to come out of the woodwork here. And yeah, you guys just need to be safe out there. Definitely do your research. As far as we go, this is buying time for us, except for Doggy Coin, this dog shit coin. We will not be buying, but there are plenty of other ones out there that look great to us that we will be slowly accumulating here over the next couple days, anticipating another small drop here. I don't think Bitcoin's going to be hitting 32,000. I think that big retrace is going to come around 85,000-ish or so and do that nice 50% kickback. But that has yet to be seen. So, where we stand, we're completely out of Bitcoin. Ethereum looks like it will probably start leading the way here, most likely once all of the dust settles. But then I would look for some other larger cap altcoins to also partake in some of these moves to lead the altcoins and some of these smaller cap coins to reap massive gains. So with that being said, that will do it for this edition of the Encrypted Capital Recap. If you guys like what you heard, drop us a like, comment, subscribe. Check out our newsletter, link in the description below, and we will catch you all in the next video.